What it is, this is the Purple Party known as Purple Nerd Channel, home for all those who geek out on all things Prince related. 3121 was released on March 21st, 2006 in the US, peaking at number 1 on Billboard's Top 200 and number 1 on the R&B charts and number 9 in the UK, selling over 500,000 copies on its initial release. This would be Prince's first number 1 charting album on the Billboard Top 200 since 1989's Batman. 3 singles were released from this project, those being Te Amo Corazon, which peaked at number 67 on Billboard's Top 100 singles, Black Sweat, which peaked at number 60 on Billboard's Top 100 singles and number 83 on the R&B charts, and Fury, which peaked at number 60 in the UK. Videos were released for Black Sweat, Te Amo Corazon, which was directed by actress Selma Hayek, and Fury. Prince had an enormous amount of promotion behind this project. Aside from the singles and the videos, Prince did several televised performances on shows like Saturday Night Live, Good Morning America, and even American Idol, as well as award shows like the Brit Awards and the BET Awards where he performed with Stevie Wonder. From November of 2006 through April of 2007, Prince had a sold-out residency at the Rio Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas. And there were 2 promotions within the original CD packaging. One was for Tamar's upcoming debut album produced by Prince, which was never officially released. The other was for the Purple Ticket promotion. Similar to Willy Wonka, if you were one of the 7 lucky people to find a purple ticket inside your CD packaging, then you were invited to a private party at Prince's home on 3121 Antelo Road in Los Angeles. This was a home he was renting from actress Barbi Benton. He threw several private parties at this address and even recorded parts of this album there. The album actually started back in 2005 as a triple CD set called Lotus Flower, before being worked down to a singular CD release and retitled 3121. The only song that didn't make the final track list for 3121 was a song called Streets of Panama, which I could not find anywhere, so if you got a copy of that, I would love to hear it. All the songs that were not used for this project but were recorded during the same time period would find their home either on Planet Earth, which was released in 2007, or Lotus Flower and Minneapolis Sound, which were both released in 2009. And before we get into the music, the cover of this album has a pretty interesting backstory, as it was actually taken with a floor lamp with Prince standing against a plain wall in the green room at the NAACP Awards in 2005, as he was getting antsy waiting around to go on stage and had an impromptu photo session to kill some time. And as they were reviewing the photos taken during this, made up photo session, this was the picture decided to be the album cover. So let's go ahead and get into the music of this album. We kick things off with the title track 3121.
Come, 3121, gonna be so much fun.
This song was originally an instrumental recorded in 2004, based on a groove created by Sonny T and Michael B. Prince was enjoying the private parties he was throwing at a house in LA that he was renting, which had the address of 3121, and decided to write a song where he invites everyone to this new party mecca. This being a place where you can enjoy live music and meat-free cuisine, where you can dance and sing to the wee hours, play pool and ping pong, and then sneak off to one of Magic Johnson's theaters for a private screening of the latest film. In the song, Prince mentions the Lotus Flower and references the Wall of Berlin, as this song was originally part of the planned Lotus Flower album, which would be released in 2009. Next is Lolita.
Lolita, you're sweeter, but you never make a cheater out of.
In the song, Prince meets a young lady that he realizes is just way too young for him, and assures her that, hey, no matter how hot you are, which you are, you're not gonna make me mess around with you. Next is Te Amo Corazon.
Te amo corazón.
Which translates to I love you, dear. This song is written as a poetical love letter to a woman he had met on a plane. This is a beautiful ballad sung perfectly by Prince. with longtime collaborator Claire Fisher providing orchestration. Next is Black Sweat.
Working up a black sweat. I'm working. Working up a black.
Recorded during the Musicology sessions in 2004 and actually performed during the acoustic set of the Musicology tour, the studio cut of this song finds its home on this project. This song has that same raw and funky demo vibe that the song Kiss had, and somewhat of a similar video.
Maybe you could be mine.
With Prince and a beautiful dancer, and him making all kinds of funny faces throughout the video, which just becomes classic comedy. In the song, Prince, for a better lack of terms, congratulates a young lady for making him sweat. And as he declares, he doesn't really care who knows it. Next is Incense and Candles. This is a sultry, sexy song with Prince guaranteeing an all-night lovemaking session with his woman. The song features a strong vocal performance by Tamar and an out-of-nowhere rap by Prince.
I wanna smother you with something shiny as the rims upon my ride. I wanna look for the Milky Way and when I find.
Which is cool, but I do think the song would have been better if this portion was just left out. Next is Love.
Love is whatever you want it to be.
This upbeat song is a duet between Prince and Tamar, which starts off as a dirty sounding dance beat that gets very melodic at the chorus, as they preach love is what we speak and that love will conquer all. For some reason, the message and the soundscape of the song takes me back to the Graffiti Bridge era of Prince. Next is Satisfied.
I just wanna get you satisfied.
This is the older brother of Call My Name, as lyrically, this is Prince's refined eroticism, as this is sexy talk without vulgarity, but between the lines, you know what he's saying. Strangely enough, this song was not released as a single, but was so popular on radio that it hit number 22 on the R&B charts, which was actually better performance than any of the actual singles that were released. Next is Fury. This is a rock out song with some amazing guitar work. Lyrically, it's about dealing with a woman's anger in a relationship, or so it seems on the surface. There are those that say that the song is about a couple that start off trying to make it together in the music business when the man gets a record deal, leaving his woman behind as she watches him rise to fame, and she resents him and his musical success. Others take a more personal look at the song, as that they believe Prince is talking about one of his proteges, that he built up to be the next big thing, only to abandon their project for another new female protege, leaving their album to never be released. On a side note, this song is just too short. I mean, just when the guitar solo gets really good, it fades out on me. This song needs to be another good 3 minutes long. And unfortunately, I'm unaware of a longer version of the song being in the vault, but there is a live version of this song that was released with the single that includes Lisa and Wendy. Next is The Word.
Get up, come on, let's do something. Don't you wanna know the word?
With the acoustic guitar and pounding beat, many people miss that this is actually a gospel song, as Prince preaches that it's time to stop falling for the devil's tricks, and it's time to start listening to the voice of God, who has been calling you for the longest time, as it's time to get saved and stop the pain that you've been feeling. Next is Beautiful, Loved, and Blessed.
Beautiful, loved and blessed. When you're free, you're really free.
This song is really a showcase for Tamar, with Prince taking a minor co-lead role. This is a song about knowing your self-worth and that you are blessed. The song was the B-side to Black Sweat and actually released as its own single for her album that never came out. Although I do think it was released in Japan for like a really short limited run. Tamar is possibly the most heavily promoted artist by Prince that never received an official album release. Next is The Dance. This song was originally recorded in 1999 and included on the collection The Chocolate Invasion in 2004.
I never wanna feel this way again.
And then reworked in 2005 for this album. In the song, Prince speaks of a woman that he loved once before and was actually really hurt by her, but then runs into her once again, which I'm assuming is at some type of club setting, as she asks him if he would like to dance with her. But in his mind, he knows what this dance will lead to, and throughout the song, you hear his inner thoughts as he battles his emotions. We close out with Get on the Boat.
Get on the boat. Get on the boat, people. Get on the boat.
This is a funky jam with that live band vibe to it. Maceo Parker blows his horn, and Sheila E. is killing it on percussion. This song is a call to the unsaved, to let them know that Jesus is truly coming back. So come on, let's all get saved. Or in simple terms, everyone come on and get on the boat. There is a longer version of this song that is literally twice as long, with additional verses that still remains in the vault. And speaking of longer versions, I always felt that this album was just too short. Like every song feels like there was 2 to 4 minutes like cut out of it. And for some reason, this album and the follow-up to this album, Planet Earth, feel like they should have been released as one project. And for some reason, they were split up into two. And on both these projects, it's like all the songs were cut to radio edit lengths. And don't get me wrong, I still dig this project. Like I really like this album, but it's always felt unfinished and incomplete. Oh, and by the way, there is a 3121 movie in the vault, and I will have the trailer for this unreleased film in the description below. Thank you for joining me on this episode. Please like and share this video, and as always, please subscribe to the channel. And if you got a moment, go ahead and check out my Patreon page. You can see all these videos uncut and exclusive material as well. My Patreon link and all my other social media links will be in the description below. And I will see you on the next episode where I continue the March Madness releases, as for whatever reason Prince released a whole bunch of music in the month of March, and more specifically like the last week of March. So until the next episode, I wish you heaven.